Hey again, everybody. Well, I wasn't expecting to make a video this early, but of course, as you'll undoubtedly have heard by now, the last Beatles song, the last Beatles single release, Now and Then, is coming next week on November 2nd, as I'm taping this on Thursday of this week. And it brings up a whole bunch of memories for me, specifically for my generation, for us Gen X folks who grew up with the solo Beatles in the 70s and 80s, particularly in the 80s in my case. Even learning about the various projects they were doing, and of course, the Beatles themselves. So I guess a little bit of a different perspective. The closest thing that we had was the one compilation in 2000, which was a massive success of 27 number one singles, and also the anthology. So it just reminds me of that. And I remember, it's a little bit of my story. It's a little bit part of my story here. So I remember getting volume one, then picking up volume two, and finally going to the store and picking up volume three. And being excited. Now, don't forget that, at that point we didn't have really stuff to download, mid 90s, but, and how it all just sort of came together. No pun intended. But this is some of my feelings. This is some of my thoughts, my feelings, my hopes for the single. I mean, hey, I even ended up picking up Free as a Bird in 1995, then the Real Love single in 1996. So trust me, I've been doing this for a little bit, folks. But I'm really happy, for the folks out there, the kids out there, really, that get to experience this, get to experience at least one new Beatles song. It's going to be part of the Red and Blue expanded albums, the greatest hits, which it's the 50th anniversary of. The Red and Blue albums released both in 1973, covering the years 1962 to 1966 on the Red album, and the Blue album covering the years 1967 to 1970. There's going to be some expansion of both of those albums. And of course, the first song will be Love Me Do on the Red album. The last song on the Blue album is going to be Now and Then. So the 4 CD set, I'm planning on picking that up. I've already picked up, or I've already pre-ordered, I should say, the red vinyl through Target. Hey, I love collecting stuff. That's part of it. So that's kind of the excitement as I was learning about the announcement today here in the U.S. And, of course, the cassette tape, too. I kind of enjoy some of the cassette tape things and everything like that that have come out. Especially given my last review with Ringo's album. I kind of like the retro cassette vibe and, collecting the vinyl and everything. Now the song. I know there's definitely a history behind the song. You're going to have some orchestration on it. Paul contributing bass in last year and this year, 2022, 2023. Ringo contributing drums. Of course, for the more hardcore fans, we've heard that it was worked on during the anthology. It was abandoned because the technology wasn't there. Now, thanks to Peter Jackson with the Get Back documentary, we do have that technology available to really isolate the vocals and get something clean and crisp. I'm assuming that the vocals they're going to use are probably from the mid-90s sessions for Anthology, so we're probably going to get to hear John and Paul from the mid-90s, John from circa 1978 to 1980, I believe, when the song was written. And, of course, guitar from George, and John and George no longer with us. I'd like to think in some alternate universe they're participating. But I really remember with Anthology, just so much build-up, so much buzz, so much excitement, particularly with the Free as a Bird song being the first new song in 25 years at that point, back in 1995. It's now been 27 years since we had the last new song with Real Love back in 1996. So yeah, it's been a minute, folks. It's definitely been a minute. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's going to be a good song. I get the feeling it's going to be something special. I don't want to try to overpraise it too much, but at the same time, I can't help but get excited. I mean, it's the last single, so they say. Now, I'm going to say it's probably not the last project. In about 2 years, we're going to have the 30th anniversary of Anthology, so I could certainly picture them cleaning that up at some point. There's the Star Club tapes from 1962 that they could certainly work on, and it keeps getting rumored through various circles, the 1962 Star Club in Hamburg. But, it feels like that very same buzz to me. It feels like a lot of people popping up. I even had someone, Cliff, shout out to you, sir, coming up to me after work and saying, "Oh, yeah, I saw that on my feed." And I said, "Yeah, I was very happy to read that." It brings an amount of joy. And I know it's part of this bubble that we may surround ourselves with, no matter what the collectible is. In my case, Beatles. I get that there's a whole wider world out there. There's a whole bunch of other bigger things out there. But the fact that we get to have some enjoyment, something to kind of at least enjoy one last time, or at least one last new song, one last statement. And certainly 60 years since they first really hit it big in England, late 1963. And I get the weird feeling that Paul will probably end up doing something on his own early to mid 2024 to kind of tie into the 60th anniversary of their coming to America. Just my speculation. I don't have any insider information. I'm just somebody reviewing stuff and giving my thoughts. But I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it next week. Of course, I'm going to download it. You don't have to ask, but yeah, I'm going to download it. I'm going to download it. I'm going to listen to it. It's probably going to be released during work hours, so when I'm downloading it, I'll probably take a break. Certainly next week, I'm going to give my thoughts and my impressions upon first listen and upon second listen. I might even wait till I actually get home to my studio to listen properly and kind of give my thoughts, my impressions. But, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I mean, this is all not going to be around forever. None of this is. But thank you so much for, enjoying my videos, especially for the new subscribers out there. Look around. I hope you're digging everything. Certainly a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. It's been helping the channel. It really has. Folks coming over from other platforms, please spread the word. It's, it's great. And the word is love, of course. But anyways, just my thoughts, just my initial impressions. I'm very much looking forward to this. And I'll see everybody in the next video. So that should be, at the very least, about 1 week from now when I'm reviewing the song itself and really giving my thoughts, getting to officially hear it. Finally, before I go, I'm going to link to the video. It's kind of a little 30-second making of. I'll probably link to that in the description below. It's just nice I got to watch it a little bit before doing this tonight. But stay safe out there, everybody, and I can't wait to share more of my thoughts as well. So I'll see everybody next time. Bye.